Capital Community Media in cooperation with Willamette University presents high school basketball. Today's game features the West Salem Titans and the Silverton Foxes. Hello everyone, Ron Hittner here, and welcome to CC Media's coverage of the Capital City Classic. This great holiday tournament. Today's second round game features Silverton and West Salem. Today I'm joined by Bailey Hittner, and Bailey, we have an interesting game today featuring two teams who are trying to bounce back from losses in the first round.
Yeah, West Salem was 3-1 until they played a tough Woodburn team and ended up losing this past Friday. They also have Silverton, who was undefeated in the preseason until playing number one pick Tualatin and ended up losing this past Friday as well.
Should be an interesting game featuring two teams trying to get their first win in this great holiday tournament. Thanks for joining us here on Capital Community Media. We'll be back with all the coverage right after this.
Testing. Welcome to the Capital City Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise for our national anthem. Chris, which one? This morning's designated visiting team, West Salem. From the Capital Toyota Pod, the West Salem Titans, sponsored by the Salem Convention Center. And they'll be playing Silverton Foxes. And the starting lineups for the visiting team, West Salem Titans, they are a senior, number 1, Jackson Leach. A senior, number 3, Matthew Luke. A senior, number 4, Philip Goodrich. A senior, number 11, Connor Ortell. And a sophomore, number 24, Damari Hall. Head coach, Travis Myers. And now the home team, the Silverton Foxes. They are a senior, number 2, Elijah Howard. A junior, number 10, Sawyer Teeney. A junior, number 11, Elijah Short. A senior, number 12, Cade Wynn. And a junior, number 23, Brody Kinsey. Head coach, Jamie McCarty.
Welcome back to Willamette University and Gordy James Court for the Capital City Classic, this second round game in the consolation bracket featuring the Silverton Foxes and the West Salem Titans. Ron Hittner along with Bailey Hittner and our entire CC Media sports crew. Thanks for joining us here for the start of the holiday tournament season. And Bailey, this is always a fun time of year as we get to Christmas, exciting for those reasons, but also some great basketball holiday tournaments around, including this one here at Willamette.
Absolutely, and it's fun to see other teams that aren't necessarily local to us as well. So different competition is always fun.
And the organizers of the Classic are very aware of that. Originally, after the games on Friday, North Salem was supposed to play West, but they decided to swap that, so they did not have to play an interconference rival in this tournament. So we have Silverton West here. West Salem starts with the basketball after winning the opening tip. Lob play to start. Backdoor lob completed for Damari Hall, and Hall puts the Titans in lead 2-0 early. Titans come out in man-to-man defense, very tight in the perimeter. Silverton, very quick team, not a lot of size. They go inside right away and score. Number 23, Brody Kinsey with 2. He really provides all the height that Silverton will have here. So they're going to look to push the ball and utilize their quickness. High pick and roll with Hall. Goes inside. Nice assist by Hall.
Two great finishes inside to start off.
Check that, Hall with the bucket on that. Nice assist from Philip Goodrich. Again inside to Kinsey. Nice play. Kinsey posted up with the left hand. West Salem's going to have to figure that out as Silverton's approach early is to utilize that size inside with Kinsey. Jackson Leach pressure on the perimeter. Double team now.
It's great defense, but that's when the seniority comes in. We're just controlling the ball and taking care of the basketball.
Again, nice pass inside, this time from Hall to Goodrich. And Goodrich will get 2 free throws here. Foul is on Sawyertini.
I like Silverton's approach of getting the ball up there early and, seeing what's happening, because defense can get back, but they're not always ready to be back and play defense.
Talking with assistant coach Nick McWilliams before the game as Goodrich hits the first free throw. He really emphasized that their style this year is going to be to push the ball, like you said, Bailey, try to score as much out of transition as often as possible.
Catch them on their toes. It's a good approach.
2 shots are good for Goodrich. And we have a 6-4 lead by the Titans early here in the first quarter. And West Salem coming out in a man-to-man defense. Trap on the baseline, leaves the shooter open. Doesn't go for win. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Foxes on the baseline.
It's the hard part of being so far over on the help. It's good, but you can get burned on that easy. You just have to take that risk.
Elisha Short with the stack play here. See if they lob over the top, and they do. Pass just was a little too flat. West Salem got a hand on it. And nice control there by Matthew Luke to finish with the left-handed layup after the steal on the out-of-bounds play. 8-4 lead by the Titans. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter, second round of the Capital City Classic. Nice drive. And Elisha Short's going to go to the line to shoot 2. We're going to have West Salem's first foul of the game. That's going to be on Damari Hall. His first.
You just had to step on him early right there, and you can't quite get to it. That's the hard part about guarding someone quick.
And again, the Fox is going to try to use that quickness, and also the style plays into one of the big rule changes this year, Bailey, right? Which is the shot clock here in Oregon. First year we've had that.
Absolutely.
35-second shot clock both on the boys and the girls' side. So you'll see pace of play pick up for some teams that maybe in the past were a little bit more slower and more deliberate.
You and I have talked about many times how we enjoy the shot clock, so people can't just run out the clock, run out the time.
Always rewards good defense when you have that shot clock. Pressure on the outside with the zone, and Kinsey with the steal. And Jackson Leach thwarts the fast break coming the other way. But it'll be Foxes basketball on the side here. Cade Wynn will initiate, box set for the Foxes. See if we have a...
Lob in the back? Nope.
I was looking for that as well, Bailey. Elisha Short brings the ball up. Tight pressure by Ortel. Kinsey back to Short. Run motion offense with a weak side screen and a clear out for the ball handler, and that's what happened there.
Hey, I like that he said, yeah, I'm going to force you left, and he just took the challenge and went for it anyway. It's a good left hand.
Elijah Howard with the 2 points, ties the game back up at 8. Hall thinks about it from the top, looks to drive with his right, spin back to the left, loses the basketball. Leach thinks about it, 20 on the shot clock. Hall with the drive, it goes. He's going to get a bucket and a foul.
For being a sophomore, he sure plays like he's a senior. Good control and great addition to the team.
That was on number 23, Brody Kinsey. That's his first personal.
I love that pass right there, just seeing the open court like that. Good kick out. Watch him take it here. Said I got you beat with the hesitation.
Returning to action, Hall missed the free throw, but got his own rebound, put it back in. Gives the Titans a 4-point lead at 12-8. Very tight man-to-man pressure on the perimeter, extending all out into the passing lanes. And the steal. Hall with the steal returns it to Leach on top. And he'll initiate the Titan offense with a high pick and roll. And cross-court pass stolen. Cade Wynn rolls in for two.
Looks like West was on a little bit of a travel there.
Leach with the drive. Cut off cross-court pass to Ortel, quick move. And Matthew Luke.
That's how you create good ball movement. You just got to move it quickly, catch the defense on their toes, and things happen.
That was on the drive there, so it'll be Titan ball on the baseline. Jackson Leach initiates. High player comes down. Ortel looks to drive. Nice move. Hits the finger roll layup. Pushes the Titan lead back up to 4 at 14-10. A little over halfway through the first quarter here.
I like that Leach is pressuring him up there, though. You know, he said, "You're gonna go by me. I'm gonna be all the way up, and I'm gonna make you tired."
And of course, a lot of times and we get a steal there. And Leach comes out of the crowd with it, and he'll initiate the offense.
Good control.
Cross-court pass to Hall. Silverton bench wants a player control foul. They don't get it. Damari Hall with a spin move for two. Extends the Titan lead to 16-10, their largest lead of the game so far here early, again, first quarter. Wynn cut off baseline. Sawyer-Tini misses the three from their right wing. Ortel with the drive. Kicks out. Matthew Luke can't get it to go. Kinsey keeps it alive. And Short retrieves. Great play by Luke in transition. Gets a hand on the ball and retrieves it. Steal for Luke, and the Titans will come the other way, looking to extend their 6-point lead. Tough shot by Leach, doesn't go. Ball batted around, comes down to the Foxes, and Short will bring it up once again with pressure from Ortel. Pressure right at the half-court line. Kinsey gets it back to Short. Oh, keeps it himself. And the drive by Kinsey, and gets hit on the head by Ortel, I believe.
Again, I love how West Salem is forcing them left, but then Silverton is coming back and saying, "Okay, I'll go left. I'll show you."
Second team foul on the Titans. Kinsey at the line will shoot two. First one goes. Hudson Whipple will come in for the Titans, and the Foxes have a couple of new players in. Number 5, Tyler Pullion. Both free throws go for Kinsey. Also in the game for Silverton, number 30, Luke Horner. 4-point lead for the Titans, 16-12. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, second round game at the Capital City Classic here at Willamette University. West Salem and South Salem. We're going to get a foul from behind on Luke Horner, who just came into the game.
Luke Horner with his first personal 14 foul.
Got into the scorebook right away there. 14 foul on the Foxes. Leach brings the ball up. Little weak ball screen action. Isolate Ortel on the post. He gets the ball.
Tough
Hits a
shot with the
fadeaway
ball.
jumper from about 12. Connor Ortel with 2. Pushes the Titan lead to 6 at 18-12.
That's the one danger of, pressuring up the court is you can get a hustle foul, but you can only have so many of those, right?
And that's where Ortel's going to have to be careful with his second personal. Tyler Hawkins into the game for the Titans, replacing Ortel. Ortel, of course, is capable of scoring in buckets. We've seen that over the last couple of years for the Titans. Kenzie with the drive, kicks out, corner, on top. Three from the top of the key, doesn't go. Nice follow by number 12, Cade Wynn.
It was a fantastic follow. Good control on the shot as well.
Great timing on the jump and finishes in the air. Kenzie shows on the screen. Leach pushes out to Matthew Luke, downside. Hawkins.
Good mid-range game so far for both teams, really.
Hawkins with the baseline jumper from the short corner. Titans push the lead back up to 6 at 20-14. Steele pushed away by Leach, and Hawkins recovers it. Gives it to Matthew Luke on top. He'll initiate the offense for the Titans from there. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Leach looks for three, and ball's knocked away. Wynn looks, Kenzie on the trail, doesn't get it to go.
See, but that starts with Whipple getting back on defense quickly, making it hard for the offense to decide exactly, what they're going to do, if they're going to take a shot, if they're going to pull it back out.
Shot clock is off, 16 seconds to go. Titans will look for the last shot here, it looks like. Hawkins on top, 10 seconds left out, called by Coach Travis Myers. Titans look to initiate. Nice weak side cut by Hall. Ball goes out of bounds with just over a second to go. Looks like the Titans will retain possession.
Looks like he's calling a stack play here. Maybe a quick lob.
Josh Jenkins in the game.
That's really all you got time for.
And Hudson Whipple gets shot up, partially blocked by the player that just entered the game there for the Silverton Foxes. Josh Jenkins getting a little bit extra length. And at the end of the first quarter, we have a good game going on here, Bailey, with the West Salem Titans leading the Silverton Foxes 20-14. And Bailey, neither team really affected early by the shot clock. Looks like they've both been acclimated to it, having each played 3 or 4 games already this season, and no one really even come close to the shot clock violation.
Absolutely, it's been a pretty fast-paced game as well so far. It's fun to see how West Salem reacts to Silverton's, what you were saying earlier, their game plan of just moving the ball, getting up quickly, and how they're responding to it.
Take a look at some first quarter highlights.
That was Leach with the pass there. Oh, that was that fantastic lob at the beginning of the game there. Leach just continuously shows good leadership out on the court. That's a good reaction to that quick moving pace as well, though. That double team right there. Good finish inside. That's a tough shot right there, the finger roll that we were talking about earlier. And just had that step on in early and was able to finish that. I think good pick there as well with the finish.
And Titans open up live play back here in the second quarter with the steal off the inbounds play from the Foxes. Again, Leash will initiate from the top. Caden Martirano in the game for the Titans now. Leach pull-up jumper from about 10, drops it in the middle of the key. Jackson Leach. Drive, and Wynn will finish with the baseline. Nice pass by Howard, the drive by Howard, and Howard's been very effective with his penetration kick to teammates.
Absolutely, and I'll say it again, I love the left-hand drive.
Hawkins with a quick pass to Matthew Luke on top, and he drops down the left-handed 3 from long range, and that extends the Titan lead to their largest of the game at 25-16. Good pressure out front by the Titans, and they retrieve the ball.
Good save.
Matthew Luke, good hustle on that one, along with Whipple and Hawkins. Pull-up jumper, that's going to be before the shot, I believe. Foul's going to be on number 2 by Silverton. Elijah Howard. That'll be his first personal. And here's another rule change. That's a first team foul, as the team fouls get reset each quarter now. Also, one-on-one shots have gone away. They're now replaced by 2-shot fouls on the 5th foul of each quarter. So you'll see that in both boys and girls high school basketball in Oregon now. So the one-on-one is no longer.
Completely changes the game for last minute when you're trying to foul. You don't need to foul 9 times, you know.
Absolutely.
I said that wrong.
Just have to get to that 5th foul if you don't have any, absolutely.
You understand.
Hawkins with the drive, but the ball's knocked out. Good pressure by the Foxes. They lead the break coming up this way. Horner trail 3, doesn't go for the Foxes. Hawkins with the rebound and pushes it up. Leach to the right side, back over to the left. Tyler Hawkins with the bucket there. Good rebound. Started by Monterano out to Leach, and then Hawkins finishing on the far side. Again, good pressure. And Silverton forced to take a timeout. That'll be their first timeout of the game here. They're going to go for a full timeout there. And Bailey, like we were talking about, a couple of big rule changes in Oregon high school basketball this year. We've talked about the shot clock already. 35-second shot clock for both boys and girls, and that's something that we've never had in this state, but a lot of players that have played club ball have seen it out and around in California and other places, and also obviously we're used to it in the college game, but also the foul count, which is now the same as the women's college game, which they went to a few years ago, which is a reset every quarter. Team fouls reset each quarter, and then you shoot a 2-shot foul on the 5th foul, 15th foul of each quarter. So big change there, like you said, can really affect end of game scenarios for teams.
Absolutely. Look at that kick out. Again, like I was saying earlier, Leach with, good decisions, and look at that deep 3 as well with a nice finish there. Also fantastic shoes.
West Salem with a lot of experience. As I said, Damari Hall is a sophomore in there, starting, not in the game right now, but the one non-senior starter with 4 seniors with a lot of experience that we've seen both in league play in games we called the last couple years, Bailey, as well as here at the Capital City Classic, and of course with those 3 perimeter guards and Luke, Leach, and Ortel. A lot of experience, a lot of scoring ability in those 3.
Absolutely fun to watch.
Again, high pressure out front. Hawkins pressures Tyler Pullion. Silverton looking to go inside. Kicks it outside around the top.
Great ball movement.
3 doesn't go. Pullion gets his own rebound. Throws it away. Leach comes out with the lob to Whipple. Controls, he's going to get called for a travel there. Just shuffled his feet on the gather.
I like earlier, though, we saw some contact up there, but refs didn't call it. I like that they're letting them play a little bit.
Silverton brings the ball up. Kunze again on top. Goes inside, ball tapped away as the pass was thrown behind his teammate. West Salem comes up with the basketball.
I'll say West Salem is really good at picking those passes and looking when the right time to do so is.
Martirano can't get the 3 go on the nice pass from Leach. Kinsey with the outlet on the release. Good break, can't get it to go as Teeny just can't get the left-hand layup on the sweep around. And West Salem will come back the other way with an 11-point lead, 27-16. Blocked there by Josh Jenkins.
That was a good clean block, too. Read it really well.
Philip Goodrich will re-enter the game, replacing Whipple. And Leach will initiate on the far baseline for the Titans. 1-4 flat out of bounds play. Goodrich. Martirano over to Leach. He's going to look to operate. They're looking to give him some one-on-one room. We're going to get a foul on number 2, Elijah Howard. That's his second personal.
Foul on Elijah Howard, his second quarter.
It'll be the second team foul on the Foxes for the second quarter. And Titans will bring the ball up with a high pick and roll. Goodrich and Leach working together. It'll be interesting to see with Howard out now for Silverton Bailey if they look to let Jackson Leach go a little bit more one-on-one. Howard did a pretty good job of staying in front of him, but with him out now,
Absolutely.
Leach might have a quickness advantage. Oh, nice pass. Elisha short, nice pass to Kinsey, who was flashing from the high post. He finishes with a nice left hand for 2. Cuts the Titan lead to 2 at 27, or to 9, excuse me, 27-18.
A good roll there. Pick and roll is so simple but effective sometimes. It really makes the defense decide, and I think Silverton's having some issues, you know, deciding who rolls with who. Do you stay on your man or do we switch?
It is you know, it looks like they're trying to figure out, try to show and stay with their man as much as they can, sometimes trap out of it, but you're right, it can cause problems. If you really execute that pick and roll correctly, it can put a lot of pressure on the defense. West Salem kick out, Luke in the corner, and Luke knocks down the baseline 3. Matthew Luke with his second 3 of the half. And he now, we're gonna get a timeout by Silverton. They're gonna take a 30-second timeout. That's their second timeout of the half.
I wonder what they'll be talking about.
Luke extends the Titan lead to 12 at 30-18. That's their largest lead of the game so far.
Again, Jackson with the good passes, so he's able to make that shot. And I like that he did the simple shot as well. Sometimes players like to get fancy with things and go underneath the basket when they don't need to, and you know, just make the shot and get back on defense.
Hawkins kept it simple, like you said, Bailey, and finished up. Nice shot off the backboard. One of the things Coach Travis Myers was talking about before the game is they really want to focus on limiting their turnovers, which I think they've done so far.
Absolutely.
And on the flip side, they've caused several turnovers on the Foxes.
Exactly what I was going to say.
After that 30-second timeout, see what Silverton has up their sleeve coming up offensively. Looking to clear out there.
It's a great attack.
Sawyer Tini with the attack. Doesn't get the shot to go, but get a foul on Damari Hall. That'll be his second personal.
He's very strong at attacking the basket, though. You know, whether he made it or not, he kept control of the basketball. It's not getting picked by anyone. It's fun to see.
Tini at the line, shooting 2 for the Foxes. Hits the first one. Left-hander Tini with a really strong drive from the right side, and
oh, that's why he was driving to the left so well.
that makes it extra difficult if you're trying to force a player to use that weak hand, as he showed an ability to go either way with those. Leach breaks the trap, and we're gonna get a block there. Almost got there, but not quite. And the foul's gonna be on number 10. Sorry, team, that's his second personal. It's the 4th team foul of the second quarter for the Foxes, so the Titans will be in the bonus, that 2-shot bonus that we talked about, the rest of this quarter. Let's see if they isolate for Leach some here to go one-on-one with Howard out of the game. Four-player dribble drive. Hall can't get it to go. Kinsey with the rebound, and the Fox will come up. They need a bucket here, down 10. Tini looking to attack on Hall. Cross-court pass, 3 in the corner. Pullian can't get it to go. And Leach will push the other way up the sideline.
It's a great hesitation crossover right there.
Pull-up jumper, nice move, long rebound, goes back to the Titans. Leach thinks about it, doesn't go. Looking for a cutter, doesn't happen, and kicks it out to Hawkins.
Again, they have to be cognizant of that shot clock right there. They still have plenty of time, but still something to think about.
And Leach again looking to go one-on-one here. Corner to Hawkins, doesn't get it to go, but we're going to get a foul on number 24, Josh Jenkins. That'll be his first personal. We're going to get 2-shot foul for Hawkins.
Something I like about West Salem I didn't say earlier is that they follow their rebounds as well. Not a lot of teams, especially boys teams, you don't see them always, follow their own rebounds. It's one and done, but they always like to hustle after it seems like.
Hawkins missed the first free throw. Several players in for both teams. Cade Vandiver is in for West Salem. And Bailey, that's a good point. In fact, that last rebound by Luke, you really, that touched on that perfectly, where he was sitting out in the corner, shot goes up, and he got that rebound halfway between where he was and where the basket is. So he followed that thing, got it, kept the ball alive, and allowed them to get to the free throw line. Hawkins not able to take advantage of that, however, with 2 misses. And the lead stays at 10 for the Titans, 30-20. Just over 2 minutes to go here in Gordy James Court at Willamette University Capital City Classic. Second round game between the Silverton Foxes and the West Salem Titans. Ron Hittner with Bailey Hittner and our entire CC Media sports crew as the Foxes let the clock go down to 10. Kenzie attacks. And looks like we're going to get a 2-shot foul. He's waiting to see how the shot went there, so looks like we'll probably get it on the shot. Fouls on number 4 for West Salem, Philip Goodrich.
See his drive right here. Kenzie's hard attack. That's pretty hard to guard.
Philip Goodrich was his first personal. Second team foul on the Titans in the quarter. Kenzie hits the first free throw, cuts the Titan lead to 9 at 30-21. Just under 2 minutes to go here, first half. And 8-point lead. Silverton comes back with their man-to-man run and jump attack here with the full court pressure. A lot of it is just really to make the other team use the clock sometimes. So we get a travel on Philip Goodrich.
It's great pressure right there. That's exactly what you want.
And again, Bailey, with the shot clock coming in, you'll see more teams go to that pressure. It's not a soft pressure, but it's just really to use up some of that shot clock so they have less time to run the clock.
Yep.
Employed a lot at the college level, and high school teams in Oregon will get used to doing that as well. Kenzie at the high post, looks for a backdoor, doesn't have it.
Kenzie really likes that spin move inside.
Gets one up, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound though, and last touch, but great work by Kenzie inside. Just couldn't get a couple of shots to go, but boy, he was working hard there, trying to keep the ball alive. We Titan basketball on the baseline, just over a minute to go. Kenzie will get a break as Josh Jenkins returns for the Foxes. And we'll see what the Titans have in store here. Little exchange, nice backdoor.
Fantastic pass.
And the bucket goes. Cade Vandiver with the bucket on the night. On the nice assist by Luke in the drive into the middle.
That's how important it is to always have your eyes up in those situations, because you never know when someone's going to backdoor or, another teammate is open there.
Good court vision, you're right, Bailey. And T-Check has a lot of young players. When they feel that pressure as they're driving the basket, the head goes down to control the ball, and they don't see what's happening in front of them. So great court vision by Leach to find Vandiver on that back cut. .15 left on the shot clock. Short looks to go, can't get it. Back on top to Wynn. Wynn guarded tightly. Gets the drive, left hand, nice left hand to go. Cade Wynn. And the shot clock goes off as the Titans will have 25 seconds here as they cross half court. Jackson Leach with the basketball. And they will go for the last shot here, up 8, 32-24.
There's my pick and roll.
Goodrich can't get it to go, but the loose ball goes to Leach, and he can't get it to finish. 5 seconds go. Goodrich retains. Leach will take the long three at the buzzer. Doesn't get it to go, and our halftime score here at Gordy James Court on the campus of Willamette University. Our second round game of the Capital City Classic here. West Salem Titans 32, Silverton Foxes 24, and Bailey with West Salem pushed that lead to about 12 or 13 at one point, but Silverton hung in there, didn't let them pull away completely, and they go in at halftime despite having several turnovers, probably much more than they want, a little bit of foul trouble, and still going at halftime only down 8.
Absolutely. Those are the kind of games you like to see, or back and forth constantly, and you have a lead of 10 here, and then it goes back down to 0, and the other team comes back, and that's how you get your money's worth right there.
Another good game. We seem to always have good games here at the Capital City Classic. Ron here with Bailey Hittner and our entire CC Media Sports crew. Thanks for joining us here at the Capital City Classic. And our halftime score, West Salem 32, Silverton 24. We'll be back with some halftime highlights right after this. Welcome back to Willamette University and Gordy James Court for the Capital City Classic, where at halftime the West Salem Titans lead the Silverton Foxes 32-24. Ron Hittner, Bailey Hittner, and our CC Media Sports crew. Let's look at some first half highlights, Bailey.
That's the first play of the game highlight right there with the terrific pass. Damari with that nice finish. That kind of sets the tone for the game right there. That's hard to come back from. Look at that pass to Kenzie right there. The double team right there that I was kind of talking about earlier. That's a tough finish. Tough finish inside. The take kick out. Again, look at him just wheel down there. Nice finish. Looking for the ball movement there. I think we're going to see a left-handed drive again by Howard. Tough finish. Right inside like I was talking about earlier. It's a good left hand. Nice pick right there. You see how he just drives all the way down with the steal and the finish by Wynn. Ortel with that tough finish inside. You see he just had that step on him last second. Leach taking the dribble down. Good lob to Damari. Trying to get that offensive foul right there, but didn't quite happen. Tough finish inside. Shot goes up. Doesn't quite fall, though, and like we were talking about earlier, they love to get rebounds. Both teams win with the good shot right there. Good timing. Kick, good take by Leach, pull up. That jumper inside can be really hard. Again with the little wheel to the left. And the kick and Wynn finishing. Leach didn't quite get that that charge there either, so it looks like they're pretty fair on both sides. Luke with the deep three to finish that first quarter, I believe, or close to it. And that's a great finish by Hawkins as well. Good court vision to see that there. And Kenzie. Again here with that little finish inside. Good wheel, good court vision, sees your teammates open, and Luke with the next three again. Looks like we got a good shooter out here. It'll be fun to see that in the second half. Marano with that back door. Good court vision by Luke. And good finish inside. And Wynn with the tough take right there. Shoots over the defense. Good control with that shot as well.
As we look at this second half coming out, Bailey, if you're Coach McCarty from Silverton, you gone in down at 8 at halftime. What are the things you want to emphasize second
Absolutely.
half?
Well, I think they had some success early with that, quick ball movement and getting up the court like we were talking about earlier. There's one thing of being back on defense, but there's actually another thing of being ready and back on defense, seeing the ball, being on the tips of your toes, ready for whatever happens.
Absolutely. And offensively, I think, they'll probably look at taking care of the ball a little better, probably more turnovers than they really wanted there. Now, if you're Coach Myers, you go in 8 at halftime. Had some good moments there, threatened to pull away at one point, but Silverton's kind of hanging around. What are you talking about at halftime?
Absolutely. Well, I think they'll have some success with that pick and roll again. If they keep looking to move the ball a little bit quicker than they have been towards the end, I think they had some success there. Again, keep hyping them up on the good picks, but telling them, be aware, don't get out of place on defense, but they've had a lot of success with that so far, so I'd say keep that up for sure.
No players in severe foul trouble here, but several players with 2 fouls. Kind of interesting, so something we'll keep an eye on here for any early fouls in the second half. It'll be West Salem basketball as the arrow points their way to start the second half. Up by 8 here at the Capital City Classic. Leach with a double high pick and roll to Ortel. He drives and gets a bucket.
Great finish inside without the backboard, too.
And again, Connor Ortel can be an elite scorer. We'll see if he gets on track here in the second half. He had 4 in the first half. Early bucket there. Pressure by Luke. Stays on Wynn out top. Wynn looks for the drive. Can't hit it. Luke knocks the ball away. Ortel comes up with the loose ball. Ahead to Hall. Blocked from behind.
Maybe looking for a foul there. Not quite called, but that's how you respond after.
And Hall came to the two-foot jump stop there. Maybe if he'd have just finished with that one-step layup, might have been able to get that one off. Either way, though, the Titans have the basketball, and Hall with the drive.
Great wheel around. He did that in the first half as well.
Goodrich can't get it to go. Kinsey can't get the rebound. Howard had it. Leach steals it back. Jackson Leach with the drive, and we're going to get a blocking call. And that is going to be Elijah Howard's 3rd foul, so that's what we talked about there, Bailey. That's a big foul to start.
Absolutely. He's got good pressure out there, but the one thing he needs to move his feet a little bit more. I understand he was trying to get that charge call, but can't really do that when you're risking a 3rd.
He's done an excellent job on Jackson Leach, who is obviously a great 3-year player here for the Titans. It looks like we have a team control foul on a screen away from the ball.
Ref might have said, sorry, maybe that first one was a charge. We got your back.
Those do happen sometimes. Damari Hall with the foul on that, sliding over to pick for his teammate coming off the screen at the high post. Each team has 1 team foul, but Damari Hall now has his 3rd personal as well. Great drop down by Philip Goodrich on the weak side help to steal that weak side bounce pass. Luke can't get the 3 to go. Short tries to keep it alive. Goodrich on the ground.
Again, fantastic hustle.
Howard on the ground, Short on the ground. Both teams hustling there. Great to see. Of course, West Salem started the ball 3rd quarter, so it will be Silverton basketball. Tyler Hawkins comes in replacing Damari Hall, who again just picked up his 3rd foul a minute ago. Some token pressure by Leach. Hawkins comes up.
It's good pressure basketball. I like their approach of, trying to stay on the man as much as possible. It's not always successful, but when you have someone, that really needs to be guarded by a certain person, it's a perfect opportunity to do so, and he does well.
Absolutely. Good follow again by Wynn. Boy, we've seen that a couple times from him with those nice follows, Bailey.
Absolutely.
8-point lead again by the Titans. Fox is trying to chip into that. Nice pass from Luke out to Hawkins.
It's a pick I was talking about earlier, and court vision with that as well.
And Goodrich looking to kick out, shuffled his feet a bit. Coach Travis Myers encouraging him to go up with that shot inside. He was about 5 feet away from the hoop. And Sawyer Tini brings the ball up. Pressure from Hawkins. No look pass inside to Kinsey, doesn't go as Goodrich again does a nice job dropping down. Gets a hand on it, knocks it out. Wynn will take the ball out for Silverton on the baseline. They have their lob play here. Let's see if we get a cross screen.
Looks like West Salem coach had a good scouting report because he called that in advance as well.
Steal on the pass to the corner by Luke. He gives it up to Leach. Leach looks for the drive, looking for a cutter. And Tyler Hawkins with a 3 in the corner.
3-point shot from Tyler Hawkins.
Shot that with confidence, Bailey.
Absolutely. We haven't seen too much from Hawkins in the first half in that aspect, but obviously he's showing he is capable of doing so.
Kinsey looks for the spin move. Might have gotten away with the travel there. Kicks to the corner.
Good response by Silverton.
3-point shot by Elijah Short.
Elijah Short with the 3 in the corner on the kick out from Kinsey. Again, Howard's got to be careful here with those 3 fouls.
Great snag by Luke.
Clear out for Leach on the weak side. Fadeaway shot, can't get it to go. Howard might have gotten a piece of it. And the question is, as an air ball, there's no reset on this shot clock. So Officials come over to talk about what the time was when the clock was reset.
It looks like we have some differing numbers happening on both ends.
Surprisingly, the benches are differing on what the number should be. Out of bounds. It's set at 17 as we sit here. Ortel retrieves a long pass in the out of bounds, and we got a hand on the hip before the shot, I believe.
Little bit of a hug by Teeny there.
Teeny with his third foul now. So several players starting to get in that danger zone. Teeny and Howard with 3 each for Silverton. Maury Hall with 3 for West Salem. Long pass again out top to Ortel on the inbounds play. He's going to look for a high pick and roll from Philip Goodrich. It's Goodrich on the roll. Kinsey knocks it out of bounds. West Salem will retain the ball again. The shot clock doesn't reset here, of course. 27 left on the shot clock.
Maybe looking for that return to come back.
Luke takes a long 3, can't get it to go. Nice block out on the weak side, and a release by Wynn. Gets a fake and knocks it down.
Fantastic pass, but I believe it was short.
Great rebound and pass by Short, but you're right. Immediately looked up court, Wynn released, got the 2, and the Foxes now cut this lead to 6.
It's great defense. Dribble drives can be very effective, but you can also shut it down pretty quickly if you just communicate with each other.
Leach with the fake and step through from 12, gets it to go. Got Howard up in the air, stepped around him. Gets a nice floater. Pushes the Titan lead back up to 8.
Looks like you had to step on him early.
Wynn, 3 in the corner, can't get it to go on nice ball movement by the Foxes. Titans bring the ball down. Leach will initiate from the left wing. Draws the defender in, and Connor Ortel hits a 3 in the corner. Nice play by Jackson Leach there to draw in Ortel's defender.
Absolutely. Not only that, but the ball control, before, so the play could happen to begin with.
And we're going to get a foul, and boy, if this is on Howard, that would be his 4th. We'll see if it goes Howard or Kinsey. It does go to Howard.
Goodrich is really strong inside. We saw him earlier kind of, get bullied by Silverton, and he responded, was strong with the basketball, wouldn't get a strip from him, and that's exactly what you want in a player.
He's definitely worked hard inside and done some of the dirty work for them. That's a big foul as Elijah Howard goes to the bench with 4 personal fouls now.
Checking in with game number 10,
Martirano in the game now for the Titans as Leach attacks the basket, can't get it to go. Kinsey with the rebound for the Foxes, and they push the ball up the left side.
Charles Barkley in there almost.
Kinsey looking to power down, hits shooter in the corner, back out.
Fantastic
3
ball.
on top. Can't get the roll to go. Kinsey almost gets the rebound, but the Titans come up with it, and Leach is coming the other way. He's looking to go, kicks it out. Ortel is feeling it. Can't get this 3 to go.
You can see, saw Howard hesitate, wanted to take a charge there, but then realized he probably shouldn't do that.
Good release by Tyler Pullian after the rebound, and he'll go and shoot 2.
All right, can I just say that great look up the court right there. Strong finish by Pullian, doesn't quite get it there. Like I was saying earlier, Martirano is almost competing with you on the mullet in the 80s that you had.
We don't need to go back to those times, man. It's come back into fashion a little bit.
They're fantastic.
2 free throws go for Pullian, and the lead is 9, 42-33. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of the 2nd round game of the Capital City Classic. Nice drive by
Fantastic take by
Ortel. And he's looking to be much more aggressive offensively here in the 2nd half, Bailey.
Absolutely, proving he is capable of doing so, but also being a team player and saying, I don't need all these, I don't need all the points there.
Kinsey answers on the other end with a nice move inside.
Fouls number 22, Hudson Whipple.
Good spin move there. Looking for the open shot. And nice touch on that shot as well. Being right underneath the basket and no backboard is kind of a difficult shot for you.
That is a tough shot. Kenzie looking for the three-point play the old way, and he gets it. Cuts the lead to 8. 44-36, a little pressure by the Foxes as they come up. 2-guard pressure out front. Martirano and Leach handle it just fine. Ortel with the ball on top.
Strong dribble, good take. Way to see your open teammate.
Nice pass inside, just not quite able to handle it. Whipple inside, a little bit hot for him. Wynn gets bumped, no call, attacks.
Wynn noticed that pressure early and that he had a step on him, but...
And nice break coming the other way. Martirano with the basket for the Titans. Big turnaround there, Bailey, with the Foxes had a chance to cut that lead to 6, and instead it's 10 now.
Absolutely. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier at halftime. It's fun back and forth in the game.
Cross-court pass. Ortel with another 3 attempt. Can't get this one to go. Howard with rebound. Gets rid of it. A little bit of a risky pass there. The AC, yes. Affecting those shots on the outside. Early season three-point shooting for both teams. Kenzie's going to get a foul called on Whipple, I believe, out on front. That goes on Whipple, it sure does. That'll be his second personal. 14th foul on the Titans, so the Foxes will be in the two-shot bonus for the remaining 36 seconds. 1.6 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here. So for all intents and purposes, Silverton can go for the last shot if they want. They're looking to score as soon as they get a good look at it here, it looks like. Nice drive.
Great shot.
Bucket goes for Tyler Pullian.
Nice finger roll to the basket.
And the Titans will get the last shot coming the other way with an 8-point lead. Same lead they had at the end of the second quarter. Long cross-court pass. Boy, Ortel grabs that, but his foot was out of bounds as he had to go pretty high to get that one to bring it down.
Fantastic snag. Maybe just a little too excited on the pass there.
And now the Foxes will get the last shot with 11 seconds to go. Some token pressure by the Titans to make them work some clock before they get into their offense up front. Short looking to operate on Leach. We have a little screen there. Tried to get the foul called, no go, and the three-point attempt by Short doesn't go. And at the end of 3 quarters, we have the same lead differential as we had at halftime, Bailey. West Salem leads Silverton 46-38, and again, got some players that are starting to get into foul trouble. Elijah Howard with Silverton has 4 fouls, and a few other players have 3 fouls. So that's something both coaches will be keeping an eye on in the second half.
That's tough, and obviously you want one of your key players to stay in the game, but when your key player has to change their game, you know, to react to not get another foul, that's always tough.
Let's take a look at a couple of highlights from the third quarter.
Look here to the pass to Ortel here. Tough shot inside like we were talking about earlier, right against the basket, but he just got great touch there. Again, Kenzie with the kick out here. Tough baseline shot, doesn't quite fall, but good follow by Wynn there. Nice touch inside. Hits that. Leach with the kick out. Good vision of the court, like we've kind of seen all game there, and Hawkins with that finish outside. Great hit by Short there.
Goodrich and Hall back in the game for the Titans to start the fourth quarter, along with Leach, Luke, and Ortel. Looking to let Ortel operate here. We'll see if he starts being a little bit more aggressive offensively. He started to do a little more of that in the third quarter, and he'll get 2 shots out of this move.
Kind of quiet in the first half, but again, like we were saying, he's kind of a key player for them, obviously. Getting business done. Good take, had that step on him last minute, just doesn't quite fall because he had some contact there.
Ortel can't get the first shot to fall. He'll get one more here. That was on Josh Jenkins, number 24 for Silverton. That's his second personal, first team foul, of course. In the fourth quarter, as the team fouls once again reset each quarter.
Good battle by both teams for that rebound there. be able to hear some excited West Salem fans cheering on some good defense right next to us.
Bad pass goes awry, and Leach will come the other way for 2 for the Titans. Big bucket for the Titans.
And he is so fast and good. Good job securing that basketball as well. Good look up the court, just not the greatest pass up there.
Jackson Leach with 2 for the Titans, as West Salem extends their lead. Ball gets tipped out by Goodrich. Kinsey will re-enter the game for the Foxes.
Number 23, Brody Kinsey.
Teeny inbounds the ball on the baseline. Short was trying to get a post up down low into the basket. Teeny didn't see him.
You know, Kenzie's a great threat out there. Oh, great take. Great take by
Good
Pullion.
attack and gather by Pullion, kept the ball away. Ortel getting against some man-to-man run and jump pressure from the Foxes. Cross court to Ortel. Goodrich brings it back out to Leach. Smart play by Goodrich. Let them initiate their offense. Jackson Leach on top.
You know,
Guarded by Wynn.
when you have the lead like that, it's good to wait for that good shot just like that.
Matthew Luke.
He kind of gathered himself in the air there for that perfect finish.
Matthew Luke with a nice pull-up jumper in the key, and immediately Coach Travis Myers calls a 30-second timeout. The Titans now will gather and talk about what they want to do defensively for Silverton and Bailey. As you look at this during the 30-second timeout, you're Silverton. You got the 10-point lead here. You've kind of stayed in that 8 to 10-point range really most of the second half. What are you talking about here in the timeout?
Absolutely. I think just responding to their pressure. Obviously, West Salem is great defensively as well as offensively, but just responding to the pressure, looking for the open man. Again, they had success earlier moving the basketball, making good, smart passes with the basketball, not letting it get tipped, just finishing strong inside.
Really good point, Bailey, on attacking that pressure. Silverton did come up and apply a little bit more pressure. That last possession resulted in a cross-court pass to Ortel, who was able to attack the basket, and good things happen when he attacked previous time, and then when Luke attacked for the jumper this time, he got a couple of nice looks right at the basket. Kinsey bringing the ball up for the Foxes this time. We'll see if he gives the ball up and looks maybe to go down and post up.
I was talking about this
we're going to
earlier.
get a player control foul there, I think, on Kinsey.
I was going to say, Kenzie's a great threat. When you have a tall boy that's willing to stand outside and attack the basket, that's always, hard defensively to guard that kind of person. What do you put on them? Do you put the big man on him, or, do you put a smaller guard on him?
Makes it tough on defensive decisions there on what you're going to do. And Kinsey with that player control foul, that's his third personal. And we're going to get a control foul going the other way. Matthew Luke on the guard-to-guard exchange picks up the foul. That's just his first personal and just the first team foul.
6 minutes left with that, the new 5-foul rule. It really could come down to free throws pretty quickly.
And if this lead stays the same throughout, then of course at some point Silverton have to think about when they want to start fouling. There's plenty of time for them to get back into this game. And the three misses, but we're going to get a foul called on West Salem. Must have been away from the ball. Jackson Leach went up high, got that rebound, but the foul is on Connor Ortel on the rebound, but away from the ball a bit.
I should have brought my glasses because I didn't see that at all.
Third personal by Ortel.
It's a risky pass with the lob. Defense could have easily picked that.
And low pass. Short got caught inside, a little bit too low. Kicked it outside. Three does not go, and Leach comes the other way. Pull-up jumper.
So fast. What a tough shot inside, coming off full speed, being able to gather yourself
Absolutely.
like that.
Teeny was lucky he didn't get called for a foul, and that shot kind of stepped underneath Leach as he was shooting the basketball. Three doesn't go for Kinsey, and Leach comes the other way.
Foul by the basketball on his face.
Inadvertent trip there from behind. Wynn with the hard pass out to the corner. He gets it back. He doesn't get the three to go. Goodrich with a nice rebound. And it'll retain
Smart choice
West
there.
Salem basketball.
It's a fun game to watch. You can see a few players, Kenzie specifically might be trying to take the game over by Silverton, and whether that's a good choice or not, I guess we'll see with 4:40 left in the game. Rough play.
Leach looking for a foul on Wynn there, a little bit of a grab. He's looking to operate on top here with 15 seconds to go on the shot. Drive blocked by Kinsey as Leach goes up and loses the control on the reverse dribble. Goodrich happens to be in the right place at the right time, and Leach is going to get a 2-shot foul called here.
Now, Leach for the most game has been pretty good with decision making, although he does have to be cognizant of the 12-point lead here with 4:23 left. We might not need that first shot. You see that take right here. Obviously has some contact there, doesn't quite make it, but there's always the option of pulling it back out, setting up the offense, running down some clock. And obviously you have to finish and find a good shot at the end, but we don't need to throw up shots immediately. Obviously he was responding by a make.
Hits the first free throw, and Elijah Howard has been sitting for several minutes there with those 4 fouls, is now back into the game to try to prevent Leach from going, although Kate Wynn has done a nice job on Leach. It's a tough assignment, and Howard gets that assignment now.
Absolutely. I always hated guarding the quick, small guards.
And we're going to get a foul, possibly on Ortel. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be on Damari Hall. His 4th foul. 3rd team foul. Both teams have 3 team fouls right now. Sawyer Tini will be at the line, shooting 2.
While I am doing color commentary, there's some fantastic color commentary happening behind me as well, might I say, by some West Salem fans.
The officials and coaches always get good help during games. They can always rely on that great help from the crowd. Tini hits both, cuts the West Salem lead to 12, 54-42. Again, pressure comes from the Foxes.
Maybe trap and double team up here, which is, something they haven't been doing all game. So good to change up speed.
Ortel getting maybe a little arm around the neck there on the spin move. Silverton foul on Pullian. That's his first personal. 14 foul. So the Titans will be in the double bonus, or excuse me, the 2-shot bonus. The remainder of this game. Oh.
Tough shot inside. Great board by himself, though.
Goodrich can't get it to go, but gets the rebound. Luke can't hit the 3. And Luke with great hustle, though, prevents the shot to go up. As that was going to be a breakaway layup, but he gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds, and could have saved potentially 2 points there. Silverton will take the ball out of bounds with 31 seconds left on the shot clock.
Goodrich again with that good hustle play down there, though. Continuously doing all the dirty work.
There's that lob again to Kinsey, and they can't get the shot to go. Kinsey with the rebound. Wynn did a great job keeping the ball alive, and we're going to get 2 shots there.
It's tough to, guard when someone's backing you in like that. Has a good, strong, quick spin move.
Second personal foul on Matthew Luke. 4th team foul, so both teams will be shooting 2 shots the rest of the way on any foul other than a made shot. Kinsey hits the first free throw, cuts the lead to 11, but again, Bailey, they got it down to 6 at one point in the 3rd quarter, but really haven't been closer than 8 most of this second half. They really need to get some defensive stops.
Big free throws right there to turn around the game. 3:33 left. It's still anyone's ball game at this point.
Anyone's ball game. West Salem holding on to a 10-point lead here, and ball was tipped, so Luke retains. And we're going to get a foul. That's going to be 2 shots for Luke there, as Wynn will get the foul.
There's some things you do have to risk, though, when you're down by 10 points. You'll take a hustle foul here and there. However, they have that a 5-foul rule now going on, so things are going to be a little bit different for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Matthew Luke, the lefty at the line, shooting 2. He hits the first one, extends West Salem's lead back up to 11, 55-44. Luke hits both. Extends the Titan lead back up to 12, 56-44. Every possession now for Silverton is critical. Make sure they get a good look at the bucket here.
Interesting approach here. I think they're trying to get the ball maybe to Howard.
Kenzie might get the call there. We're going to get the offensive foul call on Kenzie. Player control foul on Kenzie. That'll be his 4th personal. Of course, no shots on a player control foul, even though they're in the bonus. But it is a turnover. And West Salem gets the ball coming the other way, up 12. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this second round game of the consolation bracket. Capital City Classic. We get a foul called out on top. That foul is on, I think they called it on Elijah Howard, which is, I believe, his 5th.
Number 2, Elijah Howard.
It's unfortunate, really. He was just checking to see if his player was right there. It didn't seem like an intentional kind of foul at all, but
and
you know, it happens.
One more shot for Jackson Leach.
And that is Howard's 5th foul. Coming into the game is Isaiah Clark, getting his first minutes.
Number 14 checking in for the Silver Foxes, Isaiah Clark.
And Leach hits both free throws, extends West Salem's lead back up to 14 at 58-44. Goodrich out on top. The Titans switch on the screen there.
Good pressure and collapsing by other teammates.
3 doesn't go for Teeny. And we're going to get more free throws for the Titans as the Titans corral the rebound after the Teeny miss on the 3.
That was number 10, Sawyer Teeny.
That'll be Teeny's 4th personal. And as you said at the beginning, Bailey, that free throws could come into big play here. In this case, West Salem's looking to salt this game away by hitting some free throws.
Love it when I'm right.
Mario Hall with the first shot goes. He's going to get one more. Josh Jenkins back into the game for the Foxes. Bailey, I've never known you to be wrong in a basketball game.
That's fine.
Hall misses the second shot. And the Foxes with a 15-point deficit will need to get a quick shot, but good shot coming up.
That's a tough shot with the pull up there, especially when you know you're going full speed with all that pressure of the game on your
William
back.
can't get the shot to go. Leach looking for the drive here, looks off on the pass. Gets the defender to hesitate, hits the left-handed shot. That's a tough shot by Leach. Puts the Titan lead up to 17 at 61-44, and it looks like we're gonna get some subs coming in here, at least for West Salem. Foul is on, I believe, Ortel maybe. Be his 4th. And the Foxes will be at the line.
And just want to say one of the players from West Salem coming in, number 34, Mackay, also goes to C-Tech and is a terrific student there. I might be biased.
Bailey works at the C-Tech facility, Career Technical Education Center in Salem. Great facility out there. Joint venture with the Salem Kaiser School District to give great technical training and many different skills for students that go to their home school and then spend a couple days a week out at C-Tech.
I didn't get paid for that, by the way, guys. I promise.
Both free throws go, and the lead is 15 for the Titans as they slowly bring the ball up, and they'll run their 4-man dribble drive offense with Hudson Whipple being the low post.
Interesting choice there with that 3 with only 1:37 to go, but
Vanderveer said, I got the 3. I'm going to get in the scorebook. I'm knocking down the 3.
I love it.
Getting some players, some good action here. Isaiah Clark, it's his first bucket of the game.
was a tough finish with all that pressure on him as well, a little bit of body contact.
Leach is going to bring the ball up the other way. He's going to run some clock. Looking to get some different guys involved, maybe some players some opportunity to get some shots up, and Makai DeBerry will get an opportunity to shoot some free throws.
Tyler Colson with the foul. Who's second?
First shot doesn't quite go off the back iron. A couple of new players coming in for Silverton, getting some minutes here.
Smart move by West to still leave your point out there. Leach, controlling the game, letting other players get their minutes and stuff like that, but make sure you always have that leader out there.
He knows how to get guys involved, and that's a great point, Bailey. He's going to get all four of the other guys involved and hopefully get some shots up for them. Second shot for DeBerry goes and pushes the Titan lead up to 17 at 65-48. And nice attack by Josh Jenkins, who's had some good minutes tonight for the Foxes.
Good east to west action to get that defense to back off a little bit before he hit that shot.
Of course, this game will be followed by North Salem versus Century, and the Titans will get the winner of that game, while the Foxes will get the loser of that game, and we're going to get a somewhat silly foul by Isaiah Clark out front, trying to be aggressive, but
to be fair, I would not want to guard Leach out there right now.
it's tough. It's tough. Clark's first foul. A little bit extra pressure there out on Leach. He's going to shoot 2 shots, add to his totals. Again, like you said, Bailey, Leach scored some tonight, but not a huge night for him scoring-wise, but just really controlled the flow of the game, right?
Absolutely. Every player has a different role, and sometimes you're the head scorer, and sometimes you need to realize that I just need to be that leader out there. It's very important to have a leader at all times.
The best players make the players around them better, and he certainly does that. Clark with the drive, and he's going to get 2 shots out of it. Makai Berry did a nice job trying to step in there and take that charge. He'll pick up the foul. And Clark will go to the line shooting 2. Shot clock will now be off for West Salem, so chance they may just run the clock out unless there is some sort of pressure applied by Silverton.
One more shot for Isaiah Clark.
Clark gets the first shot.
It's been a great game to watch. Just kind of let it slip out at the end here again, like we were saying with free throws.
Second shot goes 67-52. West with the 15-point lead here. 28 seconds go. Like I said, shot clock's off now. So the Titans can play for no shot if they so desire. We'll see what kind of defense Silverton comes out with, and if they just let them go ahead and dribble the clock out, which they will. Always good sportsmanship on both sides. Do that. Let the game finish as it is. And our final score here at Gordy James Court on the campus of Willamette University in this second round game, West Salem Titans 67, Silverton Foxes 52. And Bailey, West Salem got that lead in the first half and just kind of stayed with it. 8 points at the end of the half, 8 points at the end of the third quarter. Kind of pulled away in the fourth quarter there, hit some free throws late to really extend that lead quite a bit. But really, it was a good game by both teams, especially for early in the season. Maybe more turnovers than both coaches were looking for.
I agree.
But again, West Salem just comes out on top. If you're, West Salem coach Travis Myers, what do you take from this game?
I think they just executed the game plan a little bit better than their opponents. I think it was nice to give a lot of different players that had different roles, opportunities to shoot the basket, attack, create, stuff like that. But again, I would give my leaders a big thumbs up, pat on the back for taking care of business.
And again, our final score here, West Salem 67 and Silverton 52. We're going to get a chance to talk with Coach Travis Myers and one or two of his players, and we'll do that. Ron Hintner back here at Willamette University, Gordy James Court, where the West Salem Titans have just defeated The Silverton Foxes 67-52 in this second round game at the Capital City Classic. I'm joined by Titans point guard Jackson Leach. Jackson, first of all, congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you about, Bailey and I were talking about this during the game, and that, you know, it wasn't a huge scoring game for you. You got some points there, but you just affect the game in so many ways. As a point guard, kind of what's your mindset as you go into a game like this?
Yeah. So knowing that teams are pretty much going to plan for the dribble drive, and just knowing that everybody else is going to be open, and the fact that I can trust my teammates to make plays opens up everything else for me, like it did late in that fourth quarter there. So really just trusting everybody and knowing and getting them ready to know that the ball's going to come to them.
As you play in a tournament like this, which kind of gets you ready for maybe getting to a state tournament later, we have multiple games over the course of several days. Kind of how do you approach this as you finish the game here? What do you and your teammates do for the rest of the day to get ready for playing tomorrow?
Since we played early today, we're going to probably watch a couple more games, do some as a team, and rest for a good amount of time. But like we've had this tournament the past 2 years, and we played late, so really getting to sleep early and being ready to get our mindset ready the next day, next day.
Great. Well, congratulations on the win day. Good luck the rest of the way in this tournament and in league play, Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to be joined by Coach Travis Myers now, and Coach, good win for you guys. You know, pretty consistent all the way throughout. We talked before the game about turnovers, and kind of that was one of the keys of the game, of limiting those, and I wanted to see, you know, how do you feel your team did with that?
Yeah, no, we started the game really well. We did a good job offensively, and I think one thing that really helped was seeing Damari Hall kind of, you know, finish a couple buckets early, and when we can have somebody, you know, finish early like that, it's going to take the pressure off Jackson, because every team that plays us wants to take him out of the game. And so to have a kid finish early, get us on a run early, we didn't do a great job getting stops early in that first quarter, but kind of started to kind of get comfortable. So having somebody early to loosen the pressure up really helped us, and I was really, really happy to see us protect the basketball and get good shots most possessions.
We know that you got several guys in the team, Jackson, Matthew, Connor, guys that can score a lot. It looked like Connor really kind of loosened up in the second half, and you guys were going to him a little bit more, attacking the basket more, being more aggressive. Yeah,
you know, got in quick foul trouble early, so we had to kind of sit him for the first half. But again, came in the game right away, ready to go. I mean, he's really improved his ability to kind of get to that 10-foot spot and make that kind of pull-up stop. A lot of teams want to take charges on us because they know how hard our identity is. We come at you. We're going to attack you off the bounce. And so a lot of teams want to slide over and take the charges. And so our kids have done an amazing job of really being able to get to 10 feet and make that shot. And I think Connor, that's the one part of his game that's improved the most over the last 3 years of him being a rotation guy, is that ability to initially get by but get hard to 2 feet and get a stop. And he did a great job kind of keeping us ahead, kind of keeping that lead at 10 to 12 the whole time. Every time it felt like we needed a bucket, he was there to get it.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Jackson. So in a tournament like this where you're playing back-to-back-to-back, what the coaching staff, what do you guys do the rest of your day? What's your rest of your day like getting ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to tape this game right behind us here. So we'll play the winner of this one. So we have to get that on film. I'll go home and get a run in and watch a lot of film and get a scouting report together and decide whether or not, you know, I'll kind of talk to our kids, decide whether we want to shoot around the morning or just let them sleep in. But, you know, it's a really fun event. I would spend here all day if I could, if I didn't have other responsibilities. But it's an awesome time, and our kids will go home, get some sleep, and then we'll decide if we want to shoot in the morning or not. Yep.
It is a great event. Coach, congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way in this tournament.
Appreciate it. Go Titans.
Again, that's Coach Travis Myers. I'm going to be joined again by Bailey Hittner. And Bailey, Coach was talking about they were able to do a little bit better job limiting their turnovers this game versus the last game that they had lost. And that made a big difference for them to kind of get guys involved, more shots at the basket.
Absolutely. I think it was a great game, great company, and I'm excited to be back here Wednesday.
Again, this will be a tournament that's going on for 2 more days here. We encourage you to come out and watch these games here at the Capital City Classic. The game after us, North Salem and Century, as we talked about, the winner of that game will play West Salem. The loser will get Silverton, and these games will continue through Wednesday. There's also the girls tournament I want to mention about that. Capital City Classic on the girls' side out at Corbin University that will be going through Wednesday as well. We encourage you to come out and watch games there as well. For Bailey Hittner, entire CC Media sports crew, we thank you for joining us here. This is Ron Hittner, and we'll look forward to seeing you again the next time on Capital Community Media. Good night, everyone.